I've been having the most weirdest experience with my YouTube channel. It does not make no sense. Like, it's so funny because even the new short that I'm playing right now, it would have been at more views, but even though I don't care about that, but they always be hitting me with these goddamn stimulations. Oh, let me don't curse because then I don't want them to affect my YouTube channel. So I'm sorry about that. So I'm just gonna rock out because I guess it's working. And the only way for me to actually know if it's working, if I was to, nobody can see my hands. If I was to go back and turn it off and then come back. So hi everyone, my name is Majesty Angel. I just want to say thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel. I'm so excited and I'm so thrilled. Um, I guess maybe because you know why I don't really like pre like it's okay like to meditate and then come on and then want to talk about something. But I always feel like when I come up here, or even when I do my podcast, and I just wing it, I feel like when I talk about things, then some of the things that I talk to you guys about, I can also talk to myself about. So I want to know, within the last couple of days, have people, loved ones, came to you? I want to know how people are feeling. I hope that you guys are feeling good. And only why I'm saying that is because um, I made my mom. Well, I asked my mom, and hope I hope that my mom keeps her promise. The only why I'm saying that is because when I was younger, and my grandma passed away, I had told my nana. I said, Nana, I said, come back to me anytime that I'm in trouble, I'm worried, and for the most part, she had done that. So last night it was so funny. Well, I had a dream about my mom. So my mom finally came back to me, and it was so funny because um, it was like I was trying to call her back at her place, wherever that she was at. And I was like, is my mom there? And it was like, yeah, she's been waiting for you to call. I was like, wait for me to call. And usually it takes me about just a little bit for me to actually notice and identify when I'm in a dream and I'm talking to people who have passed away. And it was so funny because I'm having a rough morning today. But I was like, Mommy. And she was like, she was like, Angel. Like, oh my God, I just cannot believe this. And I was like, well, Mommy, how are you? And she was like, I'm okay. And it's so funny because me and my little brother were at rifts right now. We're not in a very good space because his girlfriend was very disrespectful. And I'm like so like family oriented and shit like that. I'm so mobbed up. I always say that. And she like overstepped her boundaries and he didn't put her ass in her fucking place. You know what I mean? And I feel like just dealing with certain things sometimes, um, when it's like family matters like that, I believe that sometimes partners, you know what I mean? Even myself, if it's family matters like that, then I feel like I shouldn't, like, that's kind of like overstepping boundaries. And he didn't do that. And um, I was telling my mom about the shit that he did. It was funny. And I was like, Mommy, I'm just not messing around with him no more. Like, I'm so done with him. And she was just like, y'all need to get this shit together. And I'm still mad at him, and I want to text him so bad. Like, I had a dream about Mommy, and she told us to get our shit together. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how are people feeling? Are you feeling okay? I always wonder, sometimes about that. And like, do people really have, people or somebody to actually talk to? Because it's very tricky sometimes when um you want to express something but you don't really have nobody to express it with, and it's like you're walking around with I don't know, like something, and you want to talk about it and shit like that, But I was really, really like thinking about that this morning, just a little bit. And now I guess I understand sometimes when people say like you have your good days and then you have your bad days, like dealing with the passing, of like your loved ones and just normally. And I was just like, wow, you just can't, you just this shit just cannot be real and shit like that. And I think that's what I understand now about like death. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different uh, what's that? Like a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Mm, a different acknowledgement, right? Because when we are small and people be like, oh, this person died, we really cannot comprehend. But I feel like once we get to a different point in our life, it hits a little bit differently. So I was just thinking about that today, and then um, mm, just trying to take it easy, and then I'm excited too. I think you know what you like what? The only thing that really makes me happy, and I feel like that's maybe a good thing. I don't know about you guys. It's like when I listen to music and I watch football. For real, those like be like the only two things that when I feel like I'm like in a um, like a little rough spot. So I'm excited about later on today. But I just wanted to come on here and I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for coming over here and rocking out with me and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It really means a lot. And I have a lot of pleasure, right? Like pleasure, honor. Like it makes me happy when I could be able to conversate with some of you people. I mean, even the ones who are just so far stretched, you like, I was like, God damn sometimes, but like, damn, like shit. Like, how can you, I was going to say, like, how can you I try my best sometimes when I see certain things, but, um, like, meaning damaged people. You know what I mean? There's so many damaged people within this world today. And I think you really can't comprehend it. You really wouldn't understand it if you were to like to witness it. And since I have a YouTube channel and the things that I talk about and then the things that I share, you'll just be surprised how many people like be in a dark space and stuff like that. And I always like to say sometimes like because you'll have like an innocent soul. You understand what I'm saying? Like a person that's just like, no, I want stuff to be like this. I want stuff to be like that. You know what I mean? And then you'll have somebody underneath the comment like, this nigga ain't shit. You know? Oh, this bitch, she's not shit. I don't trust nobody. And I'd be like, damn, like, I'd be like, please, please, like, just because sometimes other people have a very, very bad experience, it doesn't necessarily mean that like the other person on the other side is going to experience that. So I try to, like smooth it over a little bit. Or sometimes when stuff be so far stretched, I be like, damn. And it's crazy because I'll put it underneath the comment like, damn, like, oh my God. That's like I was having a conversation, when was this, maybe like a couple of days ago, and somebody was like, yeah, because and real love ain't shit. What they said, ain't no such thing as real love. Oh, they were trying to say people ain't shit. And I was just like, I feel so sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? I do say that sometimes because when you have people who are in that mind frame and then they still play out there, like they still play the fields, um, and damage the other person that they're in contact with, because the other person that they're in contact with, they're not viewing the shit like how their partner is. And that's why I think sometimes it's very important sometimes before people, I guess, like get their hopes up and shit like that. That's like the courting period. I remember this young boy, he went viral on TikTok because he was trying to teach people how to court people. And what I said was, I was like, yo, some people just don't need to be courted, which is the truth, because some people are not looking for that, like the ending of the story. You have some people who are just into, and they just want what they want. You're like, Angel, but what are you talking about? Like courting is like, oh, you're like, here I go. Because I'm old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be helping you girls out there. You're like, what? Because then you're not going to do it from a genuine space. You understand what I'm saying? You have so many different people sometimes. Some people will like fake the front until, for real, and that's the honest truth, I guess, until they feel like they gotten something. You know what I'm saying? But like courting is when you actually take the time out. And I think that that's very important because you're like, why? Because I feel like before I actually, yeah, damn, I hate how I go into, like before we actually sleep together, right? I just want to know what I'm dealing with, you know. And I don't think people don't understand that part. Like, you know, like, what's your faith like? You know what I mean? Like, what's your family goals? Are you family oriented? You know what I mean? Like, you know, do you have like a good relationship? Like with your family, the same shit that somebody else should be asking on the other side. You know what I mean? Like, are you a gentleman and shit like that? Because I say that shit to my son all the time. And I always, because I be teaching him like, yo, sometimes like hold the door, like what's up with you? Like sometimes he'll just shoot past, and I'm like, that's not a gentleman, you know what I mean? And I think I get that maybe like from like my cousins, my uncles, and stuff like that. Because when I was always growing up, God bless my cousin Stevie, he always used to be like, "What you doing? Like, get on the inside, you know what I mean? Or a man's supposed to be like this, or a man is supposed to be like that." So I still believe in like old fashioned shit. Like, if I'm going somewhere, like, are you gonna open the door for me? If we're somewhere, like, you're gonna put the, you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna pull the chair out and certain shit? And I think that speaks a lot of value, or just a lot of these young guys out here, which is so funny out here in New York City, because that's where I reside at. And the day of era of just young men, they don't even like hold the door. Forget me, you know what I mean? They don't even do that for the elderly, you know what I'm saying? They don't hold the doors for them. They don't help them. If they're on a bus or if they're on a train, they won't even get up and do that. So when I do see some young men do that, I'll be like, oh my God, like, God bless your mother, God bless your parents. And that should speak a lot, you understand what I'm saying? Before people do that. So yeah, he went viral for trying to teach people, courting, and a whole bunch of different things like that. So I think I'm just going over just a whole bunch of mm, like, I don't know, like a whole bunch of different things. But me, having that dream about my mom, it's very, very weird when reality like punch you in your face. Like, what's reality when um time doesn't wait for nobody? You know what I mean? And it's either you can enjoy your time or you can lose your time. You know what I mean? Or how do you want to spend your time? Do you rather want to spend your time, just living out your life and just enjoying your life? And nothing in life is as hard as sometimes we make it. And that's why I was saying to myself, my nose is itching. Like, what the hell? Um, that's why I always say, like, with real true like discipline, just with anything that we do, we can get like so far in life. So is there anything else that I wanted to say? No, I just appreciate people coming to come rock with me um, on my YouTube channel. It's very, very special because it's very, very hard to get subscribers. For real. If you like really, really want to get it like genuine, because if you was to wait, sometimes it takes a long time, but I noticed if you was to do your things the correct way, meaning on social media, and you was to allow people to come and subscribe and rock with you, you really don't have to really worry about too many people that's going to leave. Like, even though I have some people that might unsubscribe to my channel, like when one or two leave, like 5 and 10 more people come. So it's not like I'm really losing anything. I feel like within the season, definitely for all of us, God is going to send people. And when I love so much about this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, is just the love and the support that you could get from other people. And I definitely, I love when people always be like, Jesus love you. I'm like, thank you. Even though, I know that, but, and I'm very, very different. And it could be sometimes confusing to people. But when I hear that part, I'll be like, okay, thank you. Because you never really, know when people need it. And I always keep in mind the day that I was at work and this guy came in and I didn't even know that he lost his wife. And just by the sweet positive words sometimes of us, meaning the way that we can just say, God bless you, or or have a nice day, or that can brighten up somebody's uh moment, you know what I mean? That could make them feel a lot better. And people really don't understand how powerful words can be. And I think that's why sometimes I can get very, very pissed off sometimes, because a lot of people don't actually understand how far people got in their life, you know what I'm saying? Or the things that they're dealing with. Because I always look at it like that. Like, you just really, really said something so horrible, and you don't even know that this person is about to go take their life. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how I always think. And I think that's why I attack sometimes, because I know how strong I am. You know what I mean? But maybe the other two women behind me might not be as strong as me. So, what you might say to try to think that you are going to affect me and stuff like that, it's not going to work. But maybe the other two behind me, oh yeah, it's going to tear their ass up. It's going to knock them off their feet. It's going to make, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, let me tell you something. So many different people are getting high in the closet. So many people hide and do a lot of different things that they really don't have no business doing. Now, listen to what I just said. Now, as they have been hiding for a very, very long time, taking drugs, taking pills, doing everything that they have done, and now they have secretly, understand what I'm saying? Have just put themselves in rehab. They're doing their meetings. They're doing a whole bunch of different things. A whole bunch of different shit that their family don't know. Their mother don't know. Who else don't know. And now they're doing very, very good. But by that one word, or by that one situation that you have no understanding of, you just push somebody off the edge. And I always look at that. So, always, always ask myself, or want to, say to the world, like, sometimes that's why it's very important for us to know um, how powerful words can be. So that's why I always like to use mm, my mouth for for great positive things. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, and what I love so much about myself is that even sometimes, I said that last night, like, I don't be having no strength. Like, I don't be having no strength left within me. And I just thank God so much that He gives me the strength to just encourage people, encourage as many people um, as I can. And I think that's what make my blessings just a little bit more sweeter. And I always say, for sometimes, that's why people should be very, very careful the way that they treat people and shit like that, because people are so blessed beyond numbers, beyond means, and people don't understand that part. Yo, that shit just scared the shit out of me. You're like, what? Because I'm still trying to get used to social media, but it was just from like at 4, and then it just like switched over to like 13. And it's so funny because I always like to say, Lord, whatever I do, um, let you get the honor and the glory. Whatever I do, let people, get triggered. And I always like to encourage so many people to pick up their phone, pick up their tablets, um, create a YouTube channel, create any type of a platform that you can, to use your mouth and to speak to the world. I always like to tell people too, that everybody, you know what I mean, sometimes don't deserve your testimony. And only why I say that is because you have wicked ass people sometimes that would use your testimony, meaning all the shit that you have been through in life, as a tool against you. I understand that because um, I just remember when I was going through whatever I was going through, and I had spoken some words. A person actually did that to me, so I was like, okay, that's actually understandable. So I said, I'm gonna tell people that. You know what I mean? So it was actually an honor and a blessing sometimes when people want to express or they want to share their life, their life journey and their stories, because you will be surprised. You know what I mean? I always say that if a lot of people was to actually see the stuff that people have really endured, you know, um, they will have so much respect for them. And especially for myself, because I've been through enough. I've been through my own share. You know what I mean? That's why I always like to say, because you'll have some people who were, they would use their trauma as a crutch. You know what I mean? For them to get away. For them to get over with their own bullshit, and it just comes a time in life where we can no longer try to use that type of trauma, um, to cover up our fuckery, because at the end of the day, we are in control of our actions and what we do. So it's not that my past is that it's just me. And people don't understand that part, because I'll be saying sometimes like, I can't use what you're trying to use to manipulate the masses, because I didn't experience that. Now, what I can talk about the shit that I done to myself. And I don't think people be understanding that part. Like, how can you break me down so much when I did that shit to myself? You heard what I said? How can anybody in the world break you down when you have broken yourself down so much? You understand what I'm saying? Now, if people really understood what the fuck I said, they will understand why you haven't broken yet, why your spirit is just so a warrior spirit, and why you can't be shaken and why you can't be broken. So that's what I always like to do. I always like to try to come and tell people to do that. Like, you know, and I always tell people to live in their truth. It's nothing like that type of a force of an energy when people are living in their truth and they be like, shut up. Look, I shouldn't say that. Shut up. Because you have some. Let me tell you something. One of my girlfriends, she is a recovering drug addict. She got high really bad, and she was ripping, and she was running, and she was doing a whole bunch of shit. But at this point in her life, she is doing amazing, right? Amazing. She's an amazing mom. She's a house owner down there in North Carolina. She has her own business. She has a great husband and everything. And she tore somebody ass up, because when people can't speak about your greatness, the first thing that they do is try to manipulate you by your past. And if you haven't came to terms with the shit that you have done, when somebody try to bring bullshit that you have done in your life, baby, it will no longer phase you, and it will bounce high, baby. And it will bounce from off of you like the greatest armor that God had put on you. And they was not prepared for the answer that she gave them. So I always say, isn't it so funny? Isn't it so funny? You whisper my success. You whisper how good I'm doing. But you are so quick. Hi, how are you? To try to think that you can manipulate me with my past. So the look on her face was priceless. Like, oh shit. That's how people be like, oh shit. I can't use that. That can no longer be used. So guess what? Then they try to talk about people kids. Like I cannot stand that. When women do that, I think like that's like the lowest of the lowest of the scum. I have offended you so bad that you really had to go and talk about my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so distasteful. That's why I always say sometimes, especially, oh God, to these people who be following people, like, and that's who you look up to. That's your role model. That's who you follow. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't care who the fuck don't like it. I was so disappointed and I was so fucking disgusted when that whole thing with Nicki Minaj and Carly B and they were talking about motherfucking kids. I just could not fucking believe it. Now, what I couldn't believe was how you had grown ass fucking women who was debating and was getting into the shit. And I'm like, God damn. The taste of women is just so fucking terrible. It's so disgusting. And it's just so weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, only a weak ass, weak barrel bitch will have the audacity to talk about people's kids like that. God damn. I'll never let a female on earth ever destroy. Ooh. I always say I'm different. I can, ooh. You heard I said, ooh. Nobody, no woman on this fucking planet is ever supposed to let another woman get underneath your motherfucking skin so bad that you will perform and that you will act like that. Mhm. I'd rather motherfucker to just come out and just be honest. Like, bitch, you just make me, like you just make me sick so motherfucking bad, bitch. I just cannot stand your whole fucking existence, you punk, ugly gutter back, ball breath smelling bitch, you. For real. But for to do that, and then me calling kids motherfucking retarded and they slow and shit like that, like what the fuck? I was just so disgusted. And I was like, okay, well, hey, that's the world that we live in. So disgusting. So, I be trying to also control a lot of shit that I see on social media because social media is just it's just becoming so, like, it's just becoming so distasteful. And I don't mean to sound like that in a way because I'm not judgmental, but I'm very truthful. I'm very honest. And because of the way that people are performing, it's giving off like a look like it's okay. And it's not. And, that's why I always like to stress, like, I always like to say, like, my YouTube channel, I would never come up here. Never. And disrespect a black man. Ever. Ever. I don't give a fuck if even if he is a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Or however. But I would never come and assassinate. That's why I was so mad when I was talking about the coach from Michigan, how he had got fired, and they were talking about him terribly on social media. And I refused to talk about him because he's also a black man. He's a black educated man. And what he's doing is very, very rare. Some black men will, it's rare. It's like a blessing sometimes when a lot of black men could be able, when a lot of, no, I should say a lot, but when a few black men can be able to have the opportunity to one, be a professional coach, you know what I mean, in the college arena, in the NFL, you know what I mean. So it's very, very rare. So I always try to say, the eyes that are looking upon them are very, very small. And I like to hold them up to a very, very high standard, because the black man is very, very important, meaning the way that they can change their trajectory of the youth that's coming up. They play a very, very big, important play. And by majority of the shit that's going on, the onlookers, meaning the babies, they think that it's truly, truly okay to perform and act like that. I just wish that some who sit up in those high position, will basically tell them like, yo, it's okay. You can do just a little bit more. You don't have to do it like that. And when they were talking bad about him, I think I was the only person because, and he had a wife, and he had fucking kids. You know what I mean? And it was like a story because they was basically talking morally about like if he assaulted the girl, if he did this, that, and the third. And my mom always tell me it's two sides to a story. It's always two sides to a, no, three. It's three sides to a story. It's his side her side, and it's the motherfucking unknown. And I always look like mm, you're like, what? Okay, okay. Like, here I go. I always be like to help these niggas. Okay, like, I understand that. Mm, I think this might be the only time that I might go against the grain. You hear me? Because I feel like once people get married and shit like that, I'm a fond believer in that. I would never promote, I would never ever promote or even suggest that it's okay for married people to be cheating. I would never do that ever, because I wouldn't like that shit done to me, and I don't think that is cute, and I don't think that is something that should be praised and make people think that is okay. Now I understand sometimes that I can't even really understand that shit. I'm not even gonna lie, because I feel like, we know, like a woman and a man know, that they just ain't shit. You like, what? Somebody went on for real. But they know, you know with every fiber of your body that you are just not ready to settle down, that you just have an inkling within your body. So why would you even lie? You know? Why would you lie in front of God? Why would you lie in front of our family and friends? And most importantly, why the fuck would you lie to me up here? Uh-huh. So I can never be like, that shit is okay, because it's not. But what I did say was, because you do have some men who are married, they can be very, very fucking successful. hmm And you do have some women who are delusional, very delusional. And they think because whatever, no, it's not that they think, because they allowed, you heard what I said? He allowed her to think that she can take you from me, and you know that we are married under God. You put that shit in her fucking back. hmm And it's a very, very big myth. You have to be a savage. And a lot of people are not savages. They portray and they act like they're savages, but they're not savages. You have to be a savage to be able to lay down and have sex with a motherfucker and don't catch no feelings. You have to be a savage to get up and be like, I don't care. You have to be a savage. And a lot of people are not like that. Because the more you lay down and you keep having sexual, you know what I mean? The feelings are going to develop. I don't care if they're going to say this is that and the third. And then you understand what I'm saying? The meetups that you were having maybe once and two, then she going to be calling, talking about, oh no, like, where are you, nigga? Like, I need to see you 5 days a week. And then all of a sudden, you like, I don't know what to do with this bitch. I don't know what to do with this bitch. And now all of a sudden, she show up at your job and shit like that. Or now all of a sudden, she's going to the left, and you know what I mean. Now she's calling your wife, and now she's like, oh, you don't want to be with me. You don't want to be with me. I'm gonna get you fired. Doesn't that sound like the nigga from Michigan? Isn't that kind of almost what happened to him? Hmm. So that's what I kind of say. I said it's always three things to the story. He could have probably came into the aspect where, you know what I mean? Because that happens sometimes when these niggas start realizing, like, hold up. Yeah, I cheated on my wife, but god damn, I just cheated on my wife with this psychotic bitch. Now I got to figure out, because this is what happens. I got to figure out, because now I got to tell my wife before this crazy bitch tell her. Uh-huh. So I can only imagine. You like, what? He was married to me? I'm just saying. This nigga was working at Michigan State. You let this bitch fuck up our money? I'm just for real. Our name? Your name? No, run this shit back. Run this shit back. Because I said this shit all fucked up. I said it fucked up. I said it fucked up, but you understand, fuck that. You let this bitch fuck up your name. You let this bitch fuck up your legacy. Because your name, your legacy, however the fuck, it revolves, and that's our family. Like, you see that shit? So not only that, then it comes through and fucked up the bread. I'm just saying. Mortgage? Property taxes and shit like that? You gotta be fucking kidding me. And now I gotta keep the fucking TV off and shit like that because I don't want to see our babies watching that shit on TV. I gotta fuck around and I gotta program every goddamn tablet, every iPad and some shit because I don't want our fucking baby getting up in the morning and seeing that shit. Bad enough they gonna have to go to school and they're gonna have to hear people. You know what I mean? Because niggas don't think like that. You be having kids that don't understand. When you have parents sometimes that don't understand because of our shit is a penalty, and it comes down on our kids, especially if the parents are a little bit more successful than other kids. And then because the kids shit is very very crazy. You have kids who be jealous of kids. It's very very wicked, and no kid should understand that spirit. But we are living in a different time where kids are crazy. Mm-hmm. So now I'm walking around being the best princess that I can be. I'm doing this, that, and the third, and now she's gonna bully me. She's gonna make me feel some type of way. Hmm. Especially if you have a daughter, because a daughter is very very different with their father and shit like that. Hmm. So now it's like, what the fuck? Like, oh man. And I don't think no man should have to, mm, bring devastation like that to their house. And no man, I don't think, should ever have to tell his princess, like, fuck. Because, you know what I mean? In different scenarios, that's how it happens. Like, what? I'm not telling them shit. Like, girl, you guys, no. I'm not telling them nothing. I didn't do that. You did that. So I'm not going in there telling our kids shit. You better take your ass in there and you better tell them because and it's just now that's the look no nigga should ever want to see. Like, you know what I mean? Like, forget the look that we might give your ass, but the look that you're going to have to tell your kids, that look is a look that is very, very hard to shake and get off. So that's why I always like to try. I'm going to see what you're saying. Come up here and, like, try to forewarn people and tell people before they even want to do some shit like that. Like, you're not ready. Just tell her you're not ready. Bitch, maybe you just need another year or two. Hmm. And then you have to understand if she's in a space where she can understand that. That's why I always say sometimes just dealing with people, it could be a woman and a man. You gotta understand. You gotta find out, like, where are they? You know what I mean? Like, where are you in your just lively journey? You know what I mean? Like, and people have to understand that, and it becomes very very tricky. So it's very very, it's a myth. I want people to understand that. The more that people lay down and you do what you do with somebody, you're going to develop something. Unless you're just a born savage. And you are totally content with whatever it is. Nobody should be, it is what it is. And like, girl, no. Remember, I told you I'm a realist. Like, it's no, like, it's no folly. You like, facts. Oh, hi. You like, hi. Who is this? Oh, you again, you son of a gun. Get out of here. You know what's so funny? Lotion man. Here go the fucking lotion man. I was telling y'all, what was that? I put his ass on timeout. And he is back. You like, what? I ain't got time for you today. I do not got time for you today. Me like, what? Nope. Did I do it? Yeah, I sure enough did it. I put his ass back on timeout. You like, what? Look at this lady. So let me go. Like, I put his ass on timeout. I ain't got time for him. Like, it was so funny. He would have been so excited the other day. He would have been like, I got it. I got it. I'm locked and loaded. You be having some freaky people on YouTube. Mm-hmm. They freaky, freaky, freaky. Sometimes I give them the best. I give them the best show. I give them the best rise up. You're like, girl, you crazy. Mm-mm. You're like, no, but sometimes I don't be wanting to do that shit. Like, I don't got time to be playing with your ass today. I'm over here trying to be all sentimental and and just, just doing what I'm doing and shit. I ain't got time for you to be talking about, I'm going to go get the lotion. That's what he told me. I'm going to go get the lotion. I'm going to go get it now. I'm like, oh, shit. Lotion man. That's what I'm going to call him next time. I put his ass on timeout. He ain't going to be able to say that. Are you kidding me, lady? They just seen you. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They seen that. Sorry about what? At least when no boo boo nothing, no boo boo nothing. At least when you do that, tell me so I can freeze the camera. And I'm not cutting anything. This is all live to the world. I just cannot believe you did that. I can't wait till I get off so I can show you. You seen your whole pants open. She's the best, yo. I love her. I swear to God. It's like God sent me an angel, I swear. And my name's Angel. Like my real name is Angel. We be acting up. She's the bougiest lady that I have ever met in my life. Other than myself, that should be so funny. Especially when we be out like eating. She be like, or something. She be like, oh no, her husband did her the worst. Like, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. Like, he took care of her. He did. But he made her so spoiled. I'm telling you. Now, I'm left to deal with this shit. Like, for real. But she's a sweetie pie. She is. But she's blessed. She really is. That's how you're supposed to be, for real. And she was married to her husband for over 30 years. I love being around women who have um, been with their significant other for a very long time. hmm And I think that's why it's so sweet when I come up here and I talk about certain things. Is because I had the pleasure and the honor to be able to get great counsel from women who have been with their partners for a very, very long time. That's where you get really, really great counsel from. You understand what I'm saying? From people who have been through the storms. That's why when I see a lot of people, let me tell you something. I was talking about something that was so powerful, and somebody came and they left a comment, and it was like, yo, I was married for 33 years. I was like, oh my God, I'm pinning this because my life and my energy and my spirit is around the number 33 or 333. And I was like, oh my God. So you will see a lot in certain videos that I share. I always post, I always pin stories like that. When somebody said, I have been married for 23 years, I have been married for 33 years, I have been married for 40, you know what I mean? 40 years or 20 years. I always pin those because those are the advice from people that we should always listen to, because those marriages have survived the hands of time. A marriage, a person who have been with somebody for over 20 years, today in this era, niggas can't even survive a year. Shit, they can't even survive 5 years because they really don't know the true definition and the true understanding of being married. So it's very, very tricky. And I got one. Go ahead. And I always say that for nothing. That's the only thing that I hate about social media. Yeah. Everybody want to show they goddamn baby showers. Everybody want to show they fucking baby reveals. Everybody want to show they what the fuck their paternity shoes. Motherfuckers want to show their marriage. People want to show the whole shit. Like, what the fuck? So nobody's saving nothing. You know what I mean? So nothing is just not special anymore. Like I value shit like that. You like, what? I'm so sorry, gang. You like, what? I'm so sorry. I might give you a little piece, but certain things it's like no, because that's special to me. I think like that. Like, that's special to me. Like, That's our moment, you know what I mean? He did that shit because he wanted to do it for me. He didn't do it because he wanted the whole fucking world to see it, you know what I mean? And then plus I'm not doing all of that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna show no. You know how long it took me to show my daughter on social media? My daughter, it took me like almost a year just to show my daughter. I was so like, I was like, I'm not showing her. I'm not showing her. And then it fucked me up. That's why I really don't show my daughter now, is because when I shared her on my Instagram, here in my fucking, that like freaked me out because she's a baby. And then it's some real crazy stuff in this world. I'm just telling you. And my daughter, I'm telling you, nobody will be safe on this planet. That's just how I feel. Like, so I'm just not that. Even I think it's a listen. It's a pleasure and it's an honor. Even sometimes when I allow my daughter to come up here and just speak and say what she say, and people don't look like that. It's a blessing and an honor when you be able to experience certain things. And I don't understand why people don't like view shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like my kids are not for sale. They will never be for sale. Ever would they be for sale. So I'm not in that, and it's kind of like weird because my son, he don't really care about that. It's like rare, like he'll talk, but then he be like mute it, you know what I mean? So I love that my kids are not YouTube, like a YouTube family, you know what I'm saying? And we don't be off of that. So I love that about my platform. I'm not trying to shoot y'all other people down, but nah, you like Disney and all that other shit. Now I heard some fucked up stuff. I'm just about the experience just within the whole Disney platform. A lot of crazy stuff has happened to kids, and I don't understand why people are so like gullible and shit like that. You like, what? I don't care if I did know you for 6 months or whatever. I'm still not leaving my motherfucking kid here on this set or here around with y'all niggas. Like, he's like, what? They like, oh no, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing with her. And you damn sure not. You know what I mean? Because no. And I don't understand why parents are like that. And then they want to say, oh, well, this is that happening the third. You'd be crazy. A mother know that their kid is talented or whatever. Everybody be thinking about people, but some parents are the devils. Like, what? For real. They would do some real crazy shit because they know that they can profit from off of their kid. And I don't think people understand that part. And then they be like, oh, he did this, that, and the third, and he did this. No. You're as blamed too, lady. What was that? A whole bunch of different shit they was trying to say about, well, no, like just people. Like, right? I'm listen. That just hit me. Like, I should talk about that on Twitter. That all these goddamn survivors, angel my ass, nothing. The American people, America, we didn't overlook some shit. We overlooked some shit with this Epstein file. Because they talking about he did all of this shit to these kids. Where the fuck were their parents at? Ain't nobody say that shit. I need to talk about this shit on my space. And yeah, this need to be talked about. Because where the fuck was these parents at? He didn't go kidnap these motherfuckers. Now it makes me want to go look into the documentations. I want to see if these kids was kidnapped because they keep talking about him doing all of these shit with these kids. But where the fuck were their parents at? Nobody's not saying how these niggas gave their parents a whole bunch of different monies and they threw their fucking kids. Because what the fuck was these kids doing with this nigga like that? And then you want to know what's so funny? Because I did my own investigation. Epstein was a fucking teacher at first. He was a teacher. You like, girl, shut your mouth. I'm not shutting shit. He was a teacher. He just finagled his way and to be around a whole bunch of prestigious motherfuckers that was into a whole bunch of freaky, kinky ass shit. And he was the fall guy. That's why I always say, if they ain't never killed Epstein in that goddamn prison, they wouldn't be going through that shit. But I'm going to say this shit like I'm going to say it again. They had a 50-50 chance. You said, bitch, what is the 50-50 chance? The 50-50 chance was, if we're going to leave this nigga in jail and he's not going to say something, or we're going to kill him. That nigga did not kill his motherfucking self in jail. They killed him. Fuck you too, you too. I'm just saying. Because that shit just really, really, really like hit home for me. Because they keep talking about these fucking kids. So now, to the victims. To the victims. They're like, bitch, no. I'll be a great-ass defense attorney for this shit. Right? You're like, bitch, no. To the victims. Where the fuck was your parents at? You need to bring all these, because it's thousands and thousands. And I said this shit when I first started talking about this Epstein file shit, because I looked into it. It was previous accounts that was already, they already took. And matter of fact, this nigga was already down on the predator list before it even got to all of this shit of just him being exposed. Because it was also two other victims, but they killed these motherfuckers. You know where they at? 6 feet in the fucking ground. That's why you only got a couple of the fucking victims and shit that actually went to fuck the Congress and then did all of this shit. And that's why they trying to go after Maxine ass, right? And that's why I hold they ass in the highest of the contempt. You like, what the fuck you talking about? Because they only doing that shit to her because this nigga is dead. That's only why they gave her that. And then these dumbass Democrats, I can't stand them. I cannot stand educated assholes. And then you go and get this lady, and then you think that this lady is going to... Are you kidding me? You are dealing with some powerful ass motherfuckers who had a whole bunch of shit in their hands into this. And then you go get this bitch. You want to put her on national TV? And you want her to tell? Yeah, right. And I always keep saying, because that nigga in England, sorry, Prince. What the fuck? The King Charles, his brother and shit, the nigga that he denounced his motherfucking throne. Because this nigga's in a whole bunch of other shit, and they ain't talking too much about this nigga from motherfucking United Kingdom. It's a whole bunch of motherfucking niggas. And guess who they really want to fuck up for this shit? Donald Trump. Donald Trump is all in that shit. But because he is a president like that, he can keep that shit a little bit at bay, but so much. And every time this nigga keep going up there and he keep doing all this valley fuck shit, it's making a whole bunch of other different people. Hi, Anonymous. I love y'all motherfuckers. Hi, Anonymous. Anonymous. This is the queen. This is the queen here. I see the beautiful work that y'all niggas are doing. Y'all keep doing what the fuck that y'all need to do, Anonymous. Dig deep, because I want some fucking questions. Anonymous. You like, bitch, I'm talking to the Anonymous. They hear me. I'm so proud of y'all niggas. Because unfortunately, y'all had some bad apples, and those bad apples tried to take down the team. But I salute y'all niggas. You like, what? Hell yeah. Anonymous and shit, these niggas is on their ass. They just dropped an amazing ass video regarding this shit. But it's some real, true, high heavy hitters. You like, what? This world is very, very listen, you will be surprised of the shit that people do. It remind me, do everybody remember that movie? It's called Taken. I forgot that fucking movie. But this girl was in New York City. Y'all know after I started talking. She was in New York City. Come to find out, they tagged and bagged this bitch. They did, a group of people. They tagged and bagged this bitch. Brought this bitch, shipped her ass. When she woke up, this bitch was in Bangladesh somewhere in a room looking at a glass. Unfortunately, a nigga paid to torture her in the worst way of the worst way because he was trying to get down with the get down. But unfortunately, they didn't know. This nigga that was rich didn't know that this bitch actually outweighed him. She said, what? Kill who? She said, you ain't killing me. And they said, well, he paid for it. She said, how much? She said, what? She said, wire it. So guess what happened? He didn't kill her. She killed him, and she joined the motherfucking gang. So shit like this have been happening for a very, very long time, right? And that damn psychic, she really fucked me up because it's some weird shit. Very, very weird shit. And I hate to talk about this nigga, but every time I talk about him, he just stirs my fucking spirit. But that singer David, he did some wicked ass shit to that girl. He really did. Now, I heard a little bits and pieces of what she was saying or what was happening, which is so crazy because it's not making sense. Only why it's not making sense is because shit. Should I tell this story? Fuck you too, Dave. Fuck you too. You like, what, bitch? I'm gonna say it because one night when I was in my house, it was like the little girl came to me. She really fucking did. And it was the most craziest dream that I have ever had in my life. And my son had to help me because I was fucking screaming in my sleep. Damn it. Yeah, I could say it. I could say it. And because what people don't know, I have a Pentecostal spirit, and you don't know a Pentecostal person is a person that is not afraid to go in people's houses when they say that their house have been overtaken by spirits. So a Pentecostal or a person who is blessed and ordained like that can go into somebody's house and have spirits go. So in my dream, I seen all of these people, and there was like something's in there, like something was in the bathroom. So what happened was in my dream, I was trying to remove a spirit. And as I was removing it, the fucking spirit, whatever, she grabbed me the fuck in the bathroom, and I seen her being fucking tortured in the fucking house that they showed in fucking California. Because I said something happened in this fucking house, because it was a house. And it's so funny because the house is like, it's weird. It's like you can go from one side to the other side. Like, you know how them houses that you can go like that and shit. And yo, it was fucked up. And she was like, no. She was like, I want to show you something. And it was like I was in a bathroom, like some fucked up shit. I seen all these fucking chemicals and shit. And where the fuck is this girl? Because it was somebody else. Somebody else. I don't want to talk too much. But when I seen it on the news, because remember, they really wasn't saying anything. But when I had said what I had said, about this motherfucking house, that's why they had specifically went to that fucking house in California somewhere, and they had got whatever the fuck that they had got from out of there. And then when the white lady, when the other psychic lady was like, oh no, it was like she was like in an abandoned place or something. It's not making no fucking sense. It's not making sense. Now what happened was it could have been something else, but from what the fuck she's saying and what the fuck I'm saying, it does not make no fucking sense. And you're like, what are you saying? Because she have spoken about a lot of different people who passed away. Because what she was saying was like, he promised me, he promised me. Now it was some real sickling shit, because I kept saying, I was saying that she was pregnant or some shit. Something was going on with her, that he was trying to cover up and a whole bunch of different things. But he knows, and he did some foul shit. He knows. And I was trying to say that they need to hurry up and capture this motherfucker, because he's like on a flight, you know what I mean? Because once shit really start to get like like out, like hold on, like nigga, you like the prime suspect, like motherfucker, you're about to go to jail and shit like that. Um Motherfuckers will run or they'll kill themselves because they don't want to go to jail. And that's the worst thing to ever to go to jail for being messing with kids, or you go to jail because you killed the kid and shit like that. Like you're not even gonna make it. And I can only imagine out there in California and shit like that, you going to the maximum prison. Everybody can't survive out there in California and those type of maximum prisons and shit like that, because they're not going to show you no remorse. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot of different cases where a lot of different people have done certain shit to kids, and it didn't end up right. You know what I mean? You might as well just off yourself. You know what I mean? Because your whole bid is going to be very, very miserable, and you're going to, the same way that you have violated and you have done something to a child, they're gonna do it to you. You know what I mean? That's what happened to the guy who did the shit to my friend. His bid was so terrible. Like, they violated him in the worst way. Now, I don't really hate to tell the story, but fuck, maybe I should tell it just a little bit. But I don't let my children spend the night at people's houses. Never, never will I allow that. Because people are monsters. And I always say that anybody kid could come to my house because they are safe at my house. Nothing fucked up goes on at my house. I know that for a fact. But I cannot say that shit for you. Meaning, you understand what I'm saying? Because I don't even allow like my friends or whatever. Like, my house is my sanctuary. That's how people houses are supposed to be. I don't even know why a whole bunch of motherfuckers know where y'all live at. That is y'all bat cave. You know what I'm saying? That is your peace. But You don't know what goes on in people's houses. You know what I mean? You don't know how their husband really is. You really don't know how their boyfriend really is. You don't know how their traffic is. You know what I mean? He could be over there, whatever. They can have some friends or whatever. They can fucking take advantage and do a whole bunch of shit and leave up from out of there. You know? I always say that the innocence of a child is always supposed to be preserved and saved. Once any inkling happened to a kid at a very young age, and they are violated, they are now a destroyed vessel. It's going to take them very a long time and a lot of psychiatrists and a lot of medicine to be able to sustain that type of a hurt and pain, or I don't like to talk about it, that type of a violation to a child. That's our responsibility, a mother's fucking responsibility. And it also pisses me off all the time because I get into an argument with my son all the time because he's old enough where he's 11. So out here in New York City, if you are 11 years old, you can allow your child to go the fuck to school by themselves. You can allow them. So you have a fucking 11-year-old, this like real ass talk. You have 11-year-olds walking their fucking brothers and sisters to school, and these motherfucking kids is like 4, 5, 6, or whatever. How the fuck are they going to defend themselves? You know what I'm saying? They cannot defend themselves off from a grown ass man. You understand what I'm saying? A grown ass man get out, he might just see one kid, he gonna snatch them. That kid gonna try to do all the fuck that they can do. But it's only but so much. So all you had to do was get your lazy ass up, get in your car, drop them the fuck off, get your lazy ass up, get on the bus, get on the train, and take your kid to school. But because you were fucking lazy, or you thought that it was cool, it was safe. Because it's not cool, and it's not motherfucking safe. Now you're frantic and shit like that. That's the worst fucking experience you can ever have. Is your fucking baby or your kid is fucking missing. That's the worst thing. That's why I always say I can't work in the hospital. I can't do it. I can't do it. Meaning I would never. You know how much praying and shit people have to do? You're like, what? Because when you're a nurse in a fucking hospital like that, and you gotta clean and you gotta wash the dead body, you gotta do all that shit. I'm fine doing that shit to a human. Not a human, an adult. But I gotta do some shit like that to kids? A fucking baby? I be in the blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus. I be trying to bring everybody back to life. It's just, so I give a lot of respect to you LPNs, you RNs, and you don't even have to stop at a fucking RN. You know that, right? You could be a fucking nurse practitioner that makes 10 times more money than a motherfucking RN. It's always higher. You always can go higher, and get more money. But I could not do that. I could not withstand that. So, my girlfriend, her mother came to my house. My hands, I can't get them off. I cannot fucking get these shits off my hands. She had came to my house. I was about six, something like that. And she was having this big ass party in Jersey. And she was arguing with my nana for a very long time because she really wanted me to go to this fucking her daughter's birthday party. And I'm so happy that my grandmother was who she was. And she was like, I'm just sorry, I'm just not allowing my granddaughter. My granddaughter is just not going with you. She's not going with you to this party, so you might as well go ahead and leave. They left her, the lady, and her daughter. She was so cute and so pretty. And they left. They had the party. Don't you know, the same little girl that she wanted me to go to her fucking birthday party. The guy kidnapped her and killed her. Fucking killed her. The next morning, my grandmother seen that shit on a fucking TV. It was on Channel 7. I'll never forget it. I heard the craziest scream come up from out of my grandmother, like if she had pre-seen some shit that was supposed to happen to me. Mm-hmm. They didn't know where the little girl was. They was trying to find her. They was trying to find her. They was trying to find her. The nigga from the party, because everybody, as dumbass adults do, nobody was on the porch watching the kids. All the kids was outside in the front yard, and he grabbed her, and took her 2 doors or 3 doors down, and brought her underneath the fucking house. Cause in New Jersey we have like porches and shit, but you have porches that you can like go under, and that's where they found her, dead. And he did her so fucked up. It was so fucked up. He broke her legs. Oh my God, he violated that baby. That was the worst fucking funeral, other than my aunt's funeral for her daughter, and that was fucked up. That shit was so fucked up, and she got killed by a car. She learned how to she seen how they were taking her in and out of her fucking car seat, and my aunt, her mother had her daughter, and they was just coming to come visit her because she just had her like for the weekend and whatever. And her mom left her daughter inside the car, and she was going to go get something, and the baby knew how to unbuckle the fucking seatbelt. When the baby unbuckled the seatbelt, she came out the fucking car, hit her so hard, knocked her pamper over. That was, other than the funeral about that little girl, that was the worst fucking funeral that I never seen a casket so small. It was so sad. Yes, I've been to a lot of funerals. I really have. All because of just the lack of, you know what I mean, not being so aware. That's why I never take, because it only takes but a second for tragedy to happen, a second for a kid to get taken away and get kidnapped. So I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit at all. And then I have my own little, little dealings and stuff like that. It was so crazy. I could tell the story. Family's not really meant to be trusted either. It's so funny because my cousin, something happened to him while he was in foster care. And I didn't really know that. And it was one time my kids was over my house. And you know what I mean? My son, my oldest son, he was a baby. And they was playing. It was in the house with my mom. They was playing and shit like that. My nose is itching. What the hell is going on? And my little brother, he came. He was like, yo. He was like, something happened and what's the name in the group home, right? I was like, nah, I ain't hear no shit like that. He was like, yeah, you better, we gotta be careful with this nigga. We gotta make sure he alright. I'm like, yo, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing to my kids. This is how I'm telling you. This is how I be knowing certain shit. I'm telling you that you are rocking with the realest YouTuber on the planet. So I said, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to that nigga. Ain't gonna do shit to my kids. Da 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 da. I swear to God, it wasn't no more than like 10 minutes. My son come running to me. I'm like, what's up, baby? He was like, Mom. He was like, you need to get him out of here. I was like, get him out of here. I was like, what you talking about? He was like, nah, I just don't like it. So now at this particular time, my cousin is looking like, oh shit. Because my cousin know how my family give it up. Like, he know how we give it up. And at this particular time, I'm so happy that I'm no longer my old self, because I was very, very bad. I was very, very terrible. And I was like, he was trying to prevent me from my son actually telling me. So I mushed the nigga in his face and I told him to get out of here. So I mushed him in his face and I was talking to my son. But he didn't say that nothing happened to him. He just said that he made him feel uncomfortable. And that was more than I had to say. And it was so crazy because once my son told me that, I trapped him in my house and I whooped his ass. I whooped his ass so bad my mom thought that I was going to kill him. I punished him. He left out of my house screaming and crying to the point my son said that I traumatized him, how bad I beat him, for real. Because my son said that nothing had happened, which I believe my son, but he should have never even put him in a fucking compromised fucking position. So funny. It's not funny. My mom, at that particular time, she had like asthma just a little bit. So she used to have like asthma tanks. And the way how my house was, I had propped the asthma tank against my door and against my front step. And my kids always got mad toys. Like even now, their closet is so filled with toys. I can sell that shit for about maybe like 2 months on eBay and get so much money from it. And at this particular time, you see how that wall is behind me. It's a lot longer. That's how much toys that I had across for my kids. And it's so crazy because my son Naeem, he had like this push thing, and you'll push it and be like 1 2 3. And I picked it up and I started beating my cousin with it. I was beating him all in his fucking head with it. My mom was like my mom was like, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. You're gonna kill him. I was like, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I was beating him. I was beating him. I was beating him so bad. Yo, he grabbed the fucking toy because I was beating him so bad. He grabbed the toy. Mind you, I told you my kids had so many fucking toys. Once he grabbed it, I picked up my son. It's not funny. I picked up my son's fire truck and I started beating him with the fire truck in his head. Hmm. He left out of my house screaming. He left out of my house screaming. And then that's when my god brother Chris. Well, you know how I was talking about my god sister. My god brother Chris is so funny. We vampires. We're no longer. We retired. But they were somewhere and they heard me. And he came and he was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I told him what happened. And my god brother hit him like boom, 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 boom. And he was like, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. My god brother was like, that's how you doing it, cuz. You calling the police. He was running and shit. And his family called my family. Like, his family called me because they like, yo, like, what's good with you? Like, what happened? I'm like, what's good with me? Like, why y'all ain't tell me what was going on with this nigga? I had this nigga around me. What's good? Like, don't y'all never call me. I told them, yo, they was terrified. They hung up on me and shit. And it's so crazy because years later I had asked my son, my oldest son, I was like, what happened? Like, he was like, I ain't do traumatize the shit out of me. Like that. Like, nah, don't you never. Like, some people just don't be understanding that shit. Like, I be telling people, like, some just, you gotta be real, real cool and real, real easy sometimes. How you be dealing with people because you don't know. And you wanna know what's so funny? I was laughing so bad last night when I was talking to my god sister because she had me on stitches. And she was talking about her little friend that she talking to. And she was like that he actually looked her up. I fell out. I was like, he did what to you? She said, girl, he looked me up. He found out about me. He found out. He found out how I was getting it in and how I had this, that, and the third. And I was like, no, he didn't fucking look you up. How embarrassing is that? I mean, I had some shit like that when somebody was like, oh yeah, I looked you up. Like, what the fuck? I think that's why I don't do shit like that to people. That shit is mad weird. Like, what the fuck? You look me up? Like, what the fuck? You look me up? Nah, that's weird. You like what? Nah. Like, you're like, girl, you ain't look nobody up? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Now, if it don't come up or whatever, you know what I mean? But to just go look a motherfucker up, like, no. He like, if he found this, that, and the third. Like, you found about family. Like, what the fuck? Man, I looked you up. The fuck out of here. Like, I always say that shit. Like, I don't know nothing. I'm telling you, that shit used to really blow my mind. I used to be saying certain shit or whatever or however, and I'd be like, I don't know nothing. Like, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Like, what the fuck you talking about? I don't. I don't know no birthdays. I don't know nothing. Like, I don't know nothing. Like, I don't know no names and shit. Like, I don't know nothing about shit. And that be like the most pure, honest shit. Like, girls, like, you serious? Like, I'm dead ass. Like, I don't know nothing. Like I really don't. I can honestly say that shit. Like, I don't know nothing. Like, who the fuck want to do that? Like, I always say that. Like, if I want to know something about somebody or whatever, I would rather them tell me, you know what I mean, and let me know or whatever. But to be searching the motherfucker, nah, that shit is crazy. So when she said her boyfriend actually Googled her and searched her and found out that she was about that life, I was like, yo, that's crazy. I would have broke up with him. Like what? For real. Like, nigga, you Googled me? Like, that shit's weird. Like, what the fuck you Googling me for? Are you kidding me? Yeah, so this was an interesting conversation today. Let's have a good day. You know what I mean? Let's like have a good. I don't care. I ain't got no makeup on. I ain't got shit. I just got my hair a little pulled up, and a little bun with my little bow and stuff. I love that. I love looking at. I love my youthful looking self. Like, that's what be getting me so pissed off. Like, these girls be like 22, 23, looking old as fuck. Makeup's supposed to make you look young. You know what I mean? Not supposed to make you look old as fuck. And then when you have us little older ladies and shit, and they be like, this fucking old bitch. Like, how the fuck you get mad at the oldest ladies? Because we got all of this swag and shit. We know how to pervert. Listen, they said a lot of women I was just so chosen. They said a lot of women who look very, very young are just very, very chosen. I didn't have no fucking bad life. The fuck I look like? I don't have no reason to be looking all old and all beat up and shit like that. Like, I didn't, other than me ripping and running and shit, but I didn't have no bad life, and I take care of myself. I need to go get me in a facial and shit because I haven't had one in a very, very long time and stuff. But I'm excited though. I'm really, you know what I'm really excited about, and then I'm getting off. I'm excited. I want to start getting dressed up. Like, I'm seeing a whole bunch of different fashion like content creators, and I think I want to like jump into that. I was supposed to. I have reached out to this very, very interesting this brand, and I see that it's taking over, and I need to send them another email because I definitely sent them an email. They started sending me a whole bunch of different things, but I'm excited, and then I'm gaining some more weight. It's so funny. It's only my second day taking these damn BBL peach gummies. So ladies, the queen is about to put you onto something. So they're called peach BBL pills, and they help you get a fatty, and they help you gain more weight onto your thighs. And it's so crazy because I just started taking them yesterday, and but I'm an advanced workout person, right? So I got like 2 months to gain just a little bit more weight. It's not gonna be that hard, but um, only why I'm saying that I need to balance it out because my eating is very, very different, and I kind of eat almost like a vegetarian, right? So me losing weight and shit comes a lot faster. So I need something to also balance, and also I want to keep my thickness. So those are really, really good gummies. And then there's this shit called chlorotine or creatine, and it helps you too with like BBLs and stuff like that. To give you a lot chunkier. Maybe I could come on here and show you my heavy routine that I do at squats. I do like these sit squats, but I do like 30. So it's like, how you're doing your squats, but you sit down and you bounce like 10. You do 10 a set. And then I do like these leg kicks, but I only do those like for 3 days. So I would do on each leg, I'll do 50. Do 50. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 on each leg. That shit. You get up, your ass gonna be tight. So the kick legs, 50 on each leg. I'm trying to show y'all. It helps with the top part of your ass. So it'll give the top part of your ass that nice cuff, and then underneath like the top part, and then the cuff part is when you're doing a set of tens, which is 30. Shit. I used to do like 80 squats. I used to do 80 squats in the morning, 80 squats at night, but I'm very, very aggressive. So when I work out, I can easily tone up my body within like 2 weeks. It's crazy. Take niggas 30 days. It take me 2 weeks. But because I'm very, very effective, and then plus I have like maybe a 30-pound weight. And I seen this amazing ass workout. And you take the 30-pound weight, which is kind of a little heavy, and you swing it. You swing it as you're doing squats. So as you're swinging and as you're doing the squats, which is a very, very intense workout, is working on the bottom of your ass. I was like, ooh, I was jiggling to that. I was like, oh shit, I like it. And then the peach BBLs, which it only targets your butt and it targets your hips, so it's going to give you a nice, good, curvy. And then if you want, oh shit, my nails look so crazy. You know, like let me go like this. Know how the side of your hips go like that? Um, Trouble. That's we Thelma and Louise. For real, that's our name. That's what we call each other. Thelma, I'm Thelma, and she Louise. Now to get the curvedness of your hips, you will take like a chair. This is the chair. You sit on it, and then you do like your legs like this. You do about 20 on each side, and then that'll help you give like that hourglass. But they have to be effective. I do a whole bunch of shit for real. And then if you want, you could do like wall squats. Wall squats are kind of like Pilates. You have to work your way up to do them shits because them shits is really, really intense and stuff like that. So good luck. You be right. Good luck. Good luck. Listen. I don't know. I heard the freaks come out at night. It's 2 months before summer. These people. You're like, what? These people is about to show out. 2 more months. All these ladies in the gym, everybody getting everything all together. And I ain't telling that one. You're like, what? I told y'all some of my secrets. How to get a nice, good ass. How to get a nice, very, very good hour shape. I ain't teaching you this one, but I had learned this great hack. It's going to make me 10 times more thicker. I was trying it. It felt weird as I was rubbing it and caressing it on my body. mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting everything. What? I gotta go. You like, girl, because I'm an extremist. Like, what are you talking about? Now I gotta go get me some sandals. So how many sandals am I gonna buy? I'm gonna buy 10. Like what? 10 clip. Summer's coming up. So now you gotta get all of your shit together. You get 10 this, you get 10 that. It pissed me off. I was on TikTok. One of it's a confirmation. I was on TikTok. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm not buying no fake shit. They got fake rollies, and then they got rollies on there. I'm just saying, 7,000, 9,000. I'm not buying no fucking rollie from off of no goddamn TikTok. I'm just saying, because who the fuck? If I need to, I just send you 7, the 14, whatever. I'm not trusting that shit. I can send you my money. Where's my shit? You know what I'm saying? I always feel like that. I do like to each his own. But I'm not going to buy a fake bag. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm walking around this bitch with a Chanel bag. You know how much a Chanel bag is? You know, I'm just saying. And then I'm on the train. Now, I can see if I'm a Soho girl. Not even that. You like that? Nobody that has a fucking Chanel bag should be on the train. You see what I mean? Everybody was walking around with that Christian Dior bag shit, the knockoffs and shit. Like, bitch, do you know how much you perpetrating that fucking bag that you got on? It's like 14,000. But you walking around, you know what I mean? Or you on the train, you're on the fucking bus and shit like that. No. It should be, I'm telling you, y'all, this shit today. You look crazy. I'm just saying. It's just certain shit I'm just not doing. Like, and then they got fake rollies and shit. I'm like, God damn. Like, damn. You like, bitch, you crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I might as well, you doing all that shit. You can go get a Michelle watch. Them Michelle watches are very pretty. I'm like, bitch, I'll take a Michelle watch over a Rolly. You see how simple I am? I don't want that. You're like, the Michelle watches are beautiful. The Michelle watches ain't no joke though too. They a little pricey, just a little bit, but they so pretty. And you want to know what's so crazy? All the nurses have those in the hospital. Am I lying? I'm not lying, am I? No. Majority of a lot of nurses and shit have those watches. So I'll take that. So yeah, I'm not doing that. And then they send the fake rollie and the fake box and the fake fucking things. Like, I ain't doing all that. You're like, what? Nope. You're like, girl, you crazy. Nope. Listen, they got a nice ass, pretty ass smartwatch. You like a smartwatch? They got them Movatos smartwatches are mean as hell. You like, girl, hell yeah. I need me a new smartwatch. I gotta get me a new iPhone and shit like that. I think that's why I haven't really been doing too much on my accounts because my phone fucked up. And then I'm taking my time. And then somebody was pressuring me to do business with him, and I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. I'm like kind of like chilling out, but I ain't really worrying about my Instagram. I can easily, I got that shit under control. But I'm just not in the space for like posting anything. I don't want to. I'm kind of chilling out. Okay, let me get off. I've been on too long. So you guys have a great day. This was interesting. I ain't got nothing else to say. That's how I feel. Like I really don't like. I know what I want. I know what's dear to me. I know what makes me happy, and that's it. What are you doing, lady? So other than that, that's what I was trying to say yesterday. I'm in my own world. Like, am I mad a little bit? Am I disappointed a little bit? Yeah, I am. Just a little bit, but it doesn't it doesn't change the way that I view people. You know what I'm saying? I still view people the same way that I viewed them before. A little bit. I just mm. You know what I always say? I always be like some things I always say like, what the fuck took you so long? That's what I be wanting to say. Like, what the oh no, I'm lying. Not that part, but I be wanting to say sometimes when I be going through my own shit, I be wanting to say, wake up. That's what I be wanting to say. I be wanting to say, please wake up. Please, just wake up. Wake up. Like you do not see this shit. You don't understand. You don't see. That's what I be wanting to say. Like, wake up, wake up. Like, fucking wake up. Did you wake up yet? I hope so. Do you see? Do you really fucking see? Do you see? Are you awake? Can we go now? Like, for real. Can we go now? Can we go? I'm so fucking ready. Like, wake up. So until next time, you guys have a great Sunday. I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready. Oh yeah, I gotta get ready. I gotta go football practice at 5. Like, I'm ready to start some trouble. Like, I'm ready to start some trouble. We ain't doing this shit over here, coach. We is not doing this shit over here. Like, for real. Like, what? No, you give me 15. You give me 15. What you mean give me 50? 15 push-ups, nigga. 15. 15. 15. You got all these kids doing all of this sweep to the left and sweep to the right. Like, nigga, I want to see you sweep to the left and sweep to the right. Talking about, you know? Hit him, hit him. Well, let me see if you know how to do it. Matter of fact, it was so funny. Like, what? I told my brother, he cursed me out a little bit. I said, listen. Your nephew, he doing football, and I need to show this nigga how to hit. So guess what? I need you to come out here in this field, and you gonna let me hit the shit out you. He said, get the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna hit me. I said, well, we gotta show this nigga how to hit. He was like, you ain't tackling me. What the fuck is wrong with you? How you gonna learn how to hit if we don't show him how to tackle? How we gotta show him how to do it. What the fuck is going on around here? You like what? Oh God. Oh God. Oh well, fuck it. I heard cause a scene. Well, gonna cause a scene at the football this year. I always be having dreams like I'll be like, why you want to traumatize the kids like that? You gonna traumatize the kids like that? Oh God. You're gonna traumatize the kids. Like, oh, mommy. Mom. For real. Mom. 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 Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mom! Mom, like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Traumatized the goddamn kids. Oh. I was smiling like, oh, like, oh. Oh. You know what I hate sometimes? This is what I hate sometimes. People are regular people. Like what? For real, I would say that. Let me say that shit sometimes. Like, people be looking like that. Oh, look, like, like, they be like, like, man, that's just honey. like, they be like, like, man, that's just honey. Like, honey, that should be weird. I be thinking that should be weird. Like, that's just honey. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. How did your camera? Can I get it? I was like, that's just honey. That's all that is. That's just honey. Until next time, you guys, have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.